What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? If you want to come see the Red Rocket live, check me out the following dates. This is all I got left before I'm done for a little while. Next week, July 11, 12, 13, I'll be in Lexington, Kentucky. Come check me out at Comedy Off Broadway. Then July 18, 19, 20, I'll be in Sacramento, Sacktown, baby. Home of the Kings up there, dude. Sacktown at the Punchline. That is 18, 19, 20. Then the next week, the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th, I'll be at the Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. I'll be doing one live Whiskey Ginger, 2 other live performances of just stand-up. Go to andrewsantino.com for all this ticket information. And then the final week, I'll be on the road, August 1, 2, 3, St. Louis. I'll be in St. Louis under the arch, baby, at Helium in St. Louis. Check me out. Go to andrewsantino.com. Have a fun and safe 4th of July. America, America, America. Do the right thing. Don't blow your hand off, baby. Enjoy the episode.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again. Today, it's Travis Kelce, ladies and gentlemen. NFL superstar, sex symbol, my boy.
Yeah.
Cheers
ladies.
to you, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Clink.
Cheers. Always good. Always good.
Today, we're sipping on a little bit of Eagle Rare. And our boy Chris is in the room, too, but you can't see him. Just shout real quick. Maybe they'll hear you. Jesus Christ.
It's a
Hello.
band. It's a group of
Ragtag, redheaded men. You're half ginger. You're not real full ginger.
No. I don't even know how it really came about. I just randomly, as the beard grows longer, it gets redder. I'm just like, I roll
Yeah, but
with it.
when you grow your hair out, it's brown.
Brown.
But this, you got a little bit of Irish love in you.
Yeah.
But you're not
a lot
Irish.
of barbecue sauce, I think, when I was younger.
So it is?
Yeah.
You're not even Irish, though, are you?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of there's a weird like ancestry like theory of a guy coming over on a boat and it was a bunch of Irish people, but he jumped ship and got on the Irish boat, and somebody named Matt Kelce died on the boat, and he was really Hungarian and like Welsh or something like that, and he's like, oh, he got to the land. He's like, yeah, my name's Matt Kelce, because Matt Kelce had died, so he just took his name.
Damn. Your family of fucking name stealers.
Yeah, either that or a bunch of fucking liars.
Yeah, good. Well, bro, either way, who knows? That's the kind of thing. Like I think I've told this before. From what I know, every time I meet someone, they go, Santino, that's my first name, or that's my so-and-so's first. It's rarely a last name. Mm-hmm. It's usually a first name. From what we've heard is my family's last name wasn't Santino. It was somebody's name, and then it got transferred over at the border somehow. That'd be like what was surname, and didn't know what last name and first name was. So it was just like, oh, Santino, and that was it.
Right.
So I don't even fucking know. Yeah. The only thing I do know
really
is we went to Sicily.
Oh, nice.
To see where my dad's family was from, and they said Cacciamo, and so I'm like, I'm going to Cacciamo. And then when I got there, they said it was Cacamo. I was like, fuck, dude. Cac. He was like, I told the dude, I was like, yeah, we're going to see Cacciamo. He was like, you mean Cacamo? I was like, no, Cacciamo. He's like, nah, it's a Cacamo. I was like, all right, motherfucker, cool it out, pasta head, you know? Don't come at me, marinara, motherfucker. I was like, these dudes would try to show me up, make fun of me. He was like, no, he's Cacamo. And he's telling his friend, he's like, what bene? What's I'm trying to, you know, like talking shit about me not knowing.
This guy doesn't know a thing.
Yeah, he was like, he doesn't know shit about where his family's from. Like, yeah, bitch, most Americans have no fucking idea where their lineage is.
Nope.
No. And then they 23andMe it and fuck, I'm not doing that.
Ancestry.com.
I'm not giving them my blood.
No.
Would you do that shit?
Nope.
No fucking way.
Nope.
I can't believe people send in their blood and fingerprints and are like, I just want to know where my great-granddad's from. Like, dude.
There's no way.
I'm not giving them my blood.
There's no way they can really
because they're going to clone
that.
you, bro.
Is that what it is?
They're cloning you.
I wouldn't mind running into a clone of me.
Another Trav in the streets?
Yeah, just say, hey.
For real, though.
You know what's creepy is the Raptors, not the Raptors anymore, but Jonas Valanciunas, 7-footer. I saw him play in person, looked at him eye to eye and was like, that's me at 7 feet.
Looked exactly like you.
Looked exactly like, so creepy, like I was in the mirror, man.
Valančiūnas.
Yeah. Then that point, I knew I was Lithuanian at some point, some area.
Yeah, you got some Viking rape inside of you somehow because you're a big boy. And your brother's a fucking big boy.
You big boy.
For any of the dumb people that don't know, Trav is a phenomenal athlete who happens to play for small little NFL team, little tiny team called the Chiefs.
Yes. The Kansas City
Chiefs. Your boy is a tight end for the Chiefs. His brother is a Super Bowl champion. You can't say was, right?
Once you win it, you are.
You are for the rest of your fucking life. And got himself a ring with the Philly Eagles, bro. Fucking house home over there in Philly. Fuck it, bro. Fucking, you know how we do in fucking Philly, bro. Get a fucking cheesesteak. And half of the dudes on the comments will be like, that ain't sound like us, dude. Fuck you, bro. It's like, yeah, it sounds just like you, dog. Get some water. Drink some water. Anyway, a family lineage. Your old man never played football, though.
No. I mean, high school. But even then, he went to a powerhouse, so I don't think he really played, or he definitely didn't. Like, he wasn't a standout.
Right.
He was a baseball guy, and even then, I don't know if he really had more talent than anyone else at that.
Sure.
What I got from my pops was mentally his artistic ability of taking information and turning it into his own madness.
Right. Is your mom is similar in the fucking athletic world? Is she was an athlete?
Where we got athlete.
She was,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, she was. She could run like a gazelle. Grew up in a time where it wasn't the old women's rights and everything.
Yeah, not a lot of women
that.
in sports back then, huh?
Yeah, no. So she didn't necessarily get her opportunity to showcase that as much as maybe she had wanted to, or yeah. So.
Well, it's kind of like someone was talking to me. The women's World Cup is on right now. Is it the World Cup?
Yeah.
It is, right?
World Cup.
Ignorant, so ignorant. What is it? What are the girls doing? What are the ladies up to right now? But
gymnastics.
Yeah. It's tennis, right? That's all they're allowed to play. But the Women's World Cup was going on, and bro, they were someone was saying, I was asking to do it on the airplane. I was like, dude, why are the USA girls so good? And he had a USA shirt on. This motherfucker was watching on the plane. He was so deep, and he was like, bro, USA is so good because we've allowed women to play sports for much longer than most of the world. And I was like, that is crazy.
That's nuts.
So many countries on the world, women could only fucking be outside for an hour in certain places where you're like, all right, bitch, noon to 1 is sun time, and then back in the cave. So he was like, dude, people don't get to, he's like, women don't have, in so many countries, women never got the opportunity to even try to play sports.
Right.
And so that's why he was like, that's why the USA women's team is so dominatory. There is no programs for women around the world, and half of the world, to be able to even fucking want to engage, you know?
We've evolved.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're coming around. Sooner or later, everyone's going to catch up when they all realize that it's fucking bananas to not let women do all the same shit. I'm down. My wife asked me tonight. She was like, what if I made more money than you? I was like, do it.
Please.
Fucking buck up.
That's what happened in my household. My mom made more than my
She
pops.
did?
Yeah.
Really?
She held it down.
Was it a flip? Like he used to make more money and then she made more money?
No, I think actually it might have been in the early ages, when I was real young. Once we moved closer to the city, it was because my mom got a bigger job downtown working at a bank. And
what city was it?
Cleveland, east side of Cleveland.
Yeah, no, but I know Cleveland, but what town or to what town was it?
Ridgeville to Cleveland Heights.
Cleveland Heights. So Ridgeville to Cleveland Heights, baby. Yeah, I knew it was the Cleveland move, but I didn't know what little, because Cleveland is funny, man. Anybody I know from Cleveland, they're from a little nookie area of Cleveland. Mm-hmm. I've never met somebody from actual Cleveland.
I could ramble off everyone, but it's
go ahead. Who's some cats from Cleveland?
From Cleveland?
Yeah, that we know.
From Cleveland that you would know.
Who's famous that I know from Cleveland?
Ted Ginn, maybe. Do you know
Ted Ginn? Okay, yeah.
Ted Ginn. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's.
Steve Harvey, a Family Feud.
Yes.
Love.
Kings of Comedy.
You know his mustache comes off. You know that? He puts it in a box at night.
That's hilarious.
Show me titties. Dude, I love that fucking dude. We watch Family Feud to a degree that's unhealthy. That's awesome. Ask her when we leave this. I love that fucking show.
Game Show Network.
I love that. It's on 4 syndicated channels. I watch the fuck out of Family Feud just because Steve inherently will always be nicer to the black family because it's always a black family versus a white family, and he's always so nice to the black family. They'll guess a terrible answer, it'll be like favorite spot to vacation to, And they'll be like, Tennessee. And he's like, okay, player, show me Tennessee. But whenever a white person has like a terrible guess, he does that face where that Steve Harvey face where he's like, she said, show me a talk about Tennessee. And the crowd loses it. And of course it's, you know, he shits on the white families, and it's my favorite thing in the world. And when a black family wins, he's always like, it's like da da da, and he like gets all amped up with them and shit. When a white family wins, he goes right to the black family,
throws the cards.
Yeah, he throws the cards. He goes to he goes to the black family if a white family wins, and he goes, "I'm sorry, man, good game. It was like he lost too." I love Steve. Steve's the fucking best. All right, so there is some Casey people. So what did mom do when you moved to the city? I mean, Cleveland people. What your mom? What was the job shift?
My mom was I think she was always working in the bank. She just went up into a new like area of banking.
High level banking.
High level banking. Yes.
She ever think about robbing that bitch?
Oh man, I'm pretty sure it's probably crossed her mind once or twice.
I'm a delinquent, dude. There's no way I would want to rob a fucking bank. Wouldn't you definitely want to rob a fucking bank? Like
I
if
know
you
a few,
work in the
a few
system.
guys that actually worked with money in their hands, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, I definitely took a few dollars.
You
a
have
day,
to,
a
right?
Day. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, dude, my first job was McDonald's. I used to rob the fuck out of McDonald's, bro. Shout out to McDonald's. Thank you for the first job, for real though. You guys are fantastic. But I did definitely steal from you. I used to give away egg and muffins to homies through the drive-thru.
I still rob McDonald's for.
You do?
Yeah, I ask for a water cup and get lemonade every time.
You do that shit still?
Still, yeah.
I love that.
Powerade, lemonade, whichever one.
You can't let the childhood go, right? You know what I mean? Like you got plenty of money, but you're like, yeah, but I still love that game. Yeah. Can I get a water cup from you? Are you gonna put water in it? I had a woman say that. There's a restaurant in Chicago called Portillo's, and they have beef sandwiches, like Italian. My favorite Italian beef sandwich is from Portillo's, and they have these women that work there, and they yell out your number. It's an old tradition in this part of Chicago, and they yell out all of them, but this one in particular, she'll make a rhyme. She'll go 42. This one's for you. You know, it'll be like whatever. 88. Get your life straight. Come get your fries. Oh, it's gonna get 8. Come on. Like she'll just make up these rhymes. But I went up to the counter and I was like, can I get a water cup? And she was like, you gonna put water in it? And I was like, yes, I'm gonna put water in it. And she goes, I'm gonna watch you. And she fucking watched me walk to the machine and put water in that bitch. And I stood there and like air cheers her and drank it. And she gave me like a like she knew I wanted Coke so bad. I was like, fuck, I can fucking just drink this water. I begrudgingly drank the water. She was like, I know that game. I know that fucking game. It's hard to give up that childhood shit.
It's a legendary game. I'll play it forever.
Yeah. You'll never get away with it though.
I'll never get caught.
You'll never get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll never get caught. I'll never get away with it. They'll get me every time. Can't see my red ass going up to the fucking real loud. I see you. So when mom's made more money, did it change the dynamic of the household?
No.
Never.
No.
Dad was a humble dude.
Yeah, Dad was, and my mom. It worked because my pops was always at the house.
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong, he was out there working. He would travel, and he was working in steel mills. So he would sell like random parts to certain mills in which they needed, right?
Right.
So he was like kind of like a sales rep of the steel mill world. And he would go to Kentucky, Canton, Pittsburgh. I mean, it was all over the place.
All over the Midwest, yeah.
And but when he wasn't traveling, he was at home on the computer, hanging out or taking care of me and my brother for the most part during the day. Like if something happened at school, whether we were fighting or whatever it may be.
You guys fight each other a lot? Or you fight other people a lot?
It was both. Younger, it was a mixture. Like I remember being in the principal's office together because we had both gotten a fight with somebody else.
Same day fights.
And
the principal's like, these Kelce motherfuckers.
But the difference between me and Jason is Jason always had the mentality of like, no, I have to prove why I fought this dude. It was his fault. He started the shit.
Right. And you.
And me, I'm sitting here charming, I'm so sorry. I know I shouldn't have hit him. He pushed me, but I know I got to control myself. like charges, and I'd ease out of it and like, all right, well, at least he knows what he's doing is wrong.
Right.
Jason thought what he did was right because of what happened. So he
started it. He looked at me the wrong way. I had to end it, bitch.
He said, "Yo, mama," and I punched him square in his face.
Was he always bigger than you?
Yeah.
Weight wise, always.
Always until I was a freshman in high school, and I got taller than him. He was always heavier though.
That's what I mean. He was
stronger.
heavier than you, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a heavy guy.
Yeah.
He's not a small
He's a
boy.
big dude.
Yeah, and he's always been that way, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You were probably more the level of growth. He seems like he was big his whole fucking life. Some guys used to look like, what are you big? When he was born, he was probably big as shit.
Huge.
He came out 18 pounds, 7 ounces.
Believe it or not, so he went to college as a linebacker. So he was skinny.
Oh, he really?
He was like
played
225.
Damn.
He was like light. Him going into his freshman year of college and me going into my freshman year of college, I was bigger than him.
Fuck.
But by the time I got to college, since he's 2 years older than me, we both went to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
By the time I got to college, he had gained a scholarship for transferring or from moving from linebacker to offensive line. They told him they'd give him a scholarship. So he's a walk-on linebacker, 220 pounds. They're like, hey, you want to get a scholarship? We
Buck up.
Yeah, gain 60 pounds.
Fat boy needed a 10-piece. Get that fucking. Dude. So he was just eating and just gaining that weight hard.
2 foot-long Subways for lunch.
What is he at? How big is he now?
Large pizza. I mean, he's actually, if you look at a lot of the offensive linemen in the league, he's actually on the smaller side.
Yeah, he's not that big of a dude.
He's an athlete.
Yeah.
So he's just a strong ox, and he's willing to punch anybody in the face.
Yeah, I wouldn't cross him.
So
I wouldn't cross him.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
He's about 280, I would say.
280?
280, 285.
Damn, dude.
So
Gaining that much fucking
dude.
weight is crazy, though, huh?
Yeah.
Think about that shit.
He was up. I'm pretty sure he was up to 295, 300 in college, and it was sloppy. I remember the first game I saw of him. All the offensive linemen had to wear knee braces. So his first year, it was all belly weight because it was just him eating.
Right.
Like he had some thickness on his arms from like pumping some iron, but for the most part, he was just in his gut, and he was running around with linebacker legs, fucking linebacker arms. They threw him on a kick, so he could still run a little bit, right? So he still can run pretty fucking good.
He's quick.
Yeah, he's a fast dude. So he's running down on kickoff. And they're playing Miami of Ohio, and I remember I was sitting at home watching the game on television. He made a tackle on kickoff, and I got hype. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And it shows it in slow motion of him like breaking down, and you just see his gut just like doosh,
like wiggling from side to side.
It was just like it wasn't supposed to be on his body, and it was just a keg just sitting on his waist,
just carrying that fucking.
It was good shit.
Yeah, but now he's pretty solid. He looks
now.
Pretty fucking solid now.
Yeah, no, he's solid now.
Well, let me bring up some nonsense NFL beef that I had. You don't have to comment about it. But Joseph Rogan, my boy Joe Rogan, posted a video that I did, a little like a joke, and an ex-NFL athlete came at me. This guy named Brad Wing came at me for no fucking reason, and he wrote terrible joke. And I got to tell you something. Had I not had a couple of buckets of loudmouth soup that night, if I was sober, I wouldn't have said anything. But like I usually don't I don't fuck with the comments. But Brad had to come at the Red Daddy. And Red Rocket had to come back. I said, "Shut the fuck up, kicker!" And I was angry for no reason. I was like, "Why am I going at this guy?" But talking about it after after talking about it, it's so funny. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't even know why I care. But it is funny when somebody comes at you that has a little bit of a claim or that's done something professionally. If some dude off the internet is like, "Fuck you, Travis, you suck," you're like, "Okay, bro."
Yeah, I suck.
Sure.
I
guess you got me. But when someone who's done something, like he knows what the effort is like to become a professional at anything, right? You become a professional athlete at any level, professional anything. at a high public level, it's fucking hard. It's a lot of work, a lot of bullshit behind the scenes. No one knows about training intensity, workouts in your, sets in my case. Like the amount that you put in to become a professional in anything and acknowledge, it's insane, man. But for him to come at me, I was like, this kicker's trying to fucking get me, bro. And so I had to clap at him a little bit. But I just got to say, I don't got any hate for the fucking dude. I just don't get it. Like people come at you? Do people come at you?
All the time.
But no pro athletes don't come at you. Once in a great while?
Yeah, every now and then. I had something with Von Miller like my first 2 years.
With Von Miller?
Before I knew Von. But I was the one throwing it at him. I was young and stupid.
What were you saying? You were just chirping.
Yeah, I got caught doing this on the
Oh, yeah.
And it was after he had just had a blatant late hit on Alex Smith. So I said, yeah, I was just shooting one. Yeah.
Shooting
But-
one off.
So he said something back and called me Baby Gronk, and that's that's all that Patriots
Baby
fans
Gronk.
call me now. Is
Yeah.
Baby Gronk.
What a night!
Which
What a
is hilarious.
compliment!
Oh man.
What a compliment, Baby Gronk. Yeah, that one hits. That one hits home. Listen, man, I've been called a million fucking things on the internet, and I don't really give a shit about any of
Not
them.
a fucking chance.
Take that shit to the fucking bank. I wish I could take it to the bank and fill out my deposit slips with all the mean things people have said to me. And they just register them every time I put in more money than you'll ever make, you fucking bitch. No, being a fucking piece of shit. No, I just think it's a weird semblance of fucking haters, and once you get over it, you just move past it, and you're like, fuck it, what am I gonna do? I just don't understand why people take the time to throw shade. It's really weird. It's really strange, man. The internet
I've never
has
had
given,
it in me, man.
No,
I've never had it in me.
No, I couldn't see you starting up some nonsense for no reason. If it's. You'd probably
Like,
deal.
I thought what I did with Von, I thought that was more funny than me actually taking a shot at him.
Yeah, man, you were
know
just
what I mean?
fucking
I
around.
was just fucking around, but
He didn't like
for
it.
me, no, he didn't like it. But for me, and I think he was doing the same back. But either way, it's like, and we're cool now. So,
You're fine.
Yeah,
You
we're
don't have
cool
any
now.
enemies right now in the league, do you?
None that I know their name. It's always some random dude on a team that I like. I'm like, bro, who the fuck are you?
That talk shit.
Yeah,
They
Like,
talk.
Who are
the
you?
dude, the no names talk the most because they want your level of recognition to validate them,
Yeah.
right?
I'm just like, why? Why are you even putting yourself in this situation? You know I'm about to burn you.
Yeah.
You know I'm about to light your team up. What do you?
What's the dead
Why are you
giveaway?
coming at me?
What's a dead giveaway when you know? When you got a guy one-on-one, what's it like a dead giveaway? You know you're gonna fuck him up. Is there like a giveaway? You know, in poker, people have signs that they're like, I could tell I was gonna get him.
Heels. You get on your heels. I know I got you.
You knew right, like you can feel it right
I can
away.
feel like if you're like kind of like antsy in your stance and you're getting back on your heels already. I already know. I got
Does it
you.
make you smile a little bit when you do it? Does it make you smile?
Yeah.
Like when you're like you see it and you're like,
It's like, oh, this guy's a little scared.
that's gotta feel so
he's a little
good.
intimidated, and it's usually rooks. It's usually rookies.
Yeah.
And I had that in my rookie year against guys like Von Miller and you know
Yeah.
the big dogs blocking and stuff. I'm like coming off the ball, oh, this is the dude right here, JJ Watt. Oh shit, Here comes
big boy.
fucking bionic arms over here, just
Right. How was that?
long, lanky.
How is that
like,
legal? This
just
motherfucker has
enormous.
power gloves on the whole fucking game.
He's got legs on his shoulders.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous,
He's got
man.
Leg, shoulders.
Golly.
He does, bro. He
So
fucking,
going up against, I'm like, all right, yeah, I get it. So knowing that's how I felt as a rookie or as my first 2 years in the league, I'm like, okay, this is how this rookie could be looking at me. And then once I see him kind of
right.
go sit in his stance a little bit, I'm just like, oh yeah, I got him.
See you later.
I'm going to attack you.
When you have you thought at all about when you're done, when you say goodnight, which is nowhere, it's a far time away from now. What do you think you'd want to do in your second half of your life?
Golly, man. I'll tell you what, that's what I've been trying to figure out since I really got in the league is what's after this. So every offseason I'm taking that leap of whatever into whatever.
Right.
You know, so I've jumped into the acting. I'm ass at that. I'm not very good at that. It's a craft that you have to practice and practice and practice. And
Yeah.
I just haven't had time to really jump into
It's
it.
just time. That's really
Yeah.
what it is. You have to do it all the fucking time to really get comfortable doing it.
So, and that's what it was. I wasn't comfortable at all doing it. So I tried to do that. I mean, I have a bunch of plan Bs.
Right.
Like I could get into this. Don't necessarily love it, but I could get into it. I could have fun doing it.
What would a dream be? Because you already made your dream of being in the NFL.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
what would be the nice next step to be like? Yeah, you know, it'd be really cool to
It would be really cool to
anything, even if it's not
That's what I'm
tangible.
saying.
Yeah, you don't know
Yeah,
yet.
play baseball. I don't know.
Yeah, pro baseball.
Just go straight into the big leagues, though. Not that AAA, AA
Nah,
shit.
you don't do that shit. You don't live in fucking Sarasota or some bullshit.
that
Kelce rides
shit,
the
bro.
bus. It'll be the fucking follow up to Jordan rides. It'll be
Do you
Kelce
hear
rides the bus.
about the story of Jordan buying a brand new bus for the team that he played for?
The Barons, or whatever the was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, you know. Here's what's let's
That's awesome, though. I mean,
It is
hell.
dope. It is dope. But also, like, you know, might have gotten his fucking dad killed and all sorts of fucked up shit and didn't pay his debts. But he's one of my favorite people on earth. Let's talk about. Let's just go over some of the crazy rumors you've heard about Jordan. Then here, let's go back and forth. This will be really fun.
Okay.
The flu game in '96 was apparently he was blacked out at like Atlantic City or whatever. Right. Yeah. So he really didn't have the flu.
I believe it.
We call the Irish flu.
Yeah.
In where I come from, that's called the Irish flu. That's when you're fucking. That's when you had too much sauce and you had nothing to eat in the morning. How about I've heard that he has owed a couple $100,000 to a few different golf pros or country club cats, and never has ever paid those debts.
Still has not paid.
Nah, to this day hasn't paid.
Man, you know what I heard? Him and Scottie Pippen, they don't be tipping.
No tipping Pippen that's a real thing. In fact, I shouldn't say this. This is fucked up, but I don't give a shit. Scottie Pippen used to live in one of the buildings so I grew up in a bunch of high rises in downtown Chicago. My mom worked for the company that property managed these places. That's why we were able to live there. Because when I tell people I lived in the Gold Coast as a kid, they were like, "Oh my God, ballin'," you know? And yeah, it was a really nice area. But we were able to live in these buildings because my mother worked for the company. It was a beautiful accident, you know? To grow up there is crazy. When I tell people I live there, they're like, "You grew up?" No, it's like where young professionals go when they're killing it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's weird. It'd be like saying I grew up in the heart of Manhattan. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I grew up in Soho. It's like, really? So anyway, Pippen used to live in one of the buildings that my mom's company ran. And they said, dude, he was the worst with women because he had that wife or that girlfriend or whatever, and he would treat her like shit in front of everybody, and then he'd have a whole slew of hoes come through, and he wasn't sleek about it. It's like, dude, if you're gonna have hoes come through the place where you live with your girl or whatever,
at least be respectful.
Backdoor it, dog.
Backdoor it.
Yeah.
I mean, not respectful to the point of you're actually respectful towards her, but like respectful of the game of like hiding.
Right.
What I mean?
If you're gonna be that guy, fucking walk him through the front.
It up for everyone else.
He's walking him in through the front, saying hi to the doorman. Hey, Chet. He's got him on camera and shit. Hey, Pip. You know, this some bitch from the club. Yeah, the stories of the Bulls, that whole team was filled with. I mean, that was my childhood. You had to hate us. You hated us. You hated the Bulls as a kid, didn't you?
I don't understand how you can hate the Bulls, man.
Yeah, but I mean,
I was such a '90s like fiend of basketball and sports in general that I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Cleveland sports. I grew up idolizing Bobby Sura. If you don't even know who that guy is,
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
Bobby who?
Bobby Sura. He was he was a point guard, shooting guard for the Cavs in like 97, 98.
Bobby Sura.
I could go down the line, but
I mean, you could name guys that I might know, but this motherfucker is.
Yeah, but he was a Florida State guard.
Okay.
Yeah, he was saucy. He was saucy. I think he was the first white dude with like a hoop earring that I was like, oh, that dude's got sauce.
First white dude with that hoop earring. I like that shit. He was like the what was it? Jason Williams, the white chocolate.
White chocolate, man.
He was phenomenal.
Yeah, he was legendary.
I
still follow him on Instagram. It's so funny
what
watching
is he up to?
old dudes. He's playing basketball, talking about his career.
Where is he, in Europe or some shit?
Nah, I think he's Florida. Yeah, he's down in Florida. He went to Florida. He's a Gator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not playing professionally at all anymore.
No.
He's just doing pickup games.
Yeah.
Like that. Some of those guys, they end up going to fucking Russia or some shit, and they play. They still can kind of fucking
Marbury's
play.
still over in China playing. I think.
No, he's not. In
sure.
China?
That's the last I heard.
Steph, remember those shoes? The Marbury shoes were like the worst shoes ever. Bro, everyone got dope sneaker deals, and Steph came out with his shoes, and everybody was like, these are trash. They were so garbage, bro. They were the ugliest of the shoes. The Starberries, right? The Starberries. That's what.
Him and Chris Webber, the Dadas.
Yes, bro. Dadas. Holy shit. Is that company still around?
Not a chance.
Did they get Dada got absorbed with Perry Ellis, Jinko jeans, and fucking what was and Fubu jerseys.
Fubu,
yeah. They're all at Marshalls now for $5.99. That is crazy to think all those companies were like so hot.
Oh, it was the Steez, man.
It was the freshest shit in the world. If you had any of that shit, did you ever have a starter jacket as a kid?
For sure, I still own. That's my favorite now.
But you have new age starter jacket. You have retro shit.
Yeah, I go retro.
Yeah,
I love old school brims, old school like snapbacks.
That's where a lot of your fun money goes, right?
Yes.
Because you don't like. What would you say is your biggest? What would you say is your biggest waste of money, quote unquote? But I don't believe in that term because I think if you're having fun with it, it doesn't matter.
I have a blast with it. I would say what I throw My waste is the fucking car. God, I fucking hate that car.
What do you hate? What?
Range Rover.
Why do you hate it?
I fucking hate it.
Why?
Every single month there's something.
Really?
It's something.
It's a brand new car. It's all fucking.
Brand new. The autobiography, the best one you can grab, biggest one you can grab.
That's
and
the hottest
still,
one.
And I still sit in it like I'm like a giant sitting in like a tiny
bullshit ass. Yeah.
Tricycle.
That's a white woman's favorite car out here in LA. The Range Rover is like a white women's castle.
Yeah,
they
I'm
love
not a
that
big
shit.
fan of it. I'm trying to trade it in, but I just
drop that shit off in the hood. Let someone steal it. Collect the insurance. And fucking call it a day. Fucking go make eye contact with someone. Go, hey, I'm trying to fucking steal it. Fucking take this bitch. Get some fucking insurance. I'm telling you, dude. If it all falls out, I'm lighting this house on fire and I'm grabbing the insurance, and I want them in it. You know, I'm leaving everybody in this house too. No, I think it's I think cars are a big waste of money, but I like them. I think they're fun, but that's not too bad. You're not like I know people that fucking
clothes is for me.
Clothes is heavy.
Yeah.
Like
I grab just silly shit. Shoes.
But it's all online, right?
When I so I'm with Nike. Nike's. I got a good deal going with them to where I can get some of that. But for the most part, shoes and clothes is what I like.
That's where you get off.
Yeah, that's where I'm spending most.
Explain this to fans. People don't really know. When people say like they're sponsored by somebody, there is this illusion or there's this like thought process that it's like Nike will constantly throw you stuff, but you have to kind of reach out and be like, I want some more shit, right?
No.
Like they'll throw you shit.
Yeah, they'll throw me shit. They'll throw me stuff.
But you have to ask for certain things. Are you always getting the newest shit?
I did. I'm not gonna lie.
You always get the newest shit.
I've got up on the.
The connection is so tight.
I've gotten a little bit better.
Oh
over the
shit!
Over the years, yeah.
Because some people, it's like I think I was talking. Who did I talk to? I was talking. Golden Tate was telling me, he was like, they throw me a bunch of stuff, but like if I really want something specific, I have to be like, I want this bad. Like you have to. I really want this.
Yeah.
Line of whatever, like the Space Jams or whatever the fuck it was. He's like, I have to like reach out and ask. You're at a point now where they know what you like, huh?
Yeah.
Because what were you wearing the other night when we were kicking it?
Oh, those are the Fear of Gods, the new ones.
So fresh.
And they were fresh. And then I cut my hand and blood dripped all over them, and now they're not fresh.
Put your hand up. Let's see if the camera can see that shit.
Just a little fun in the sun.
A little fun in the sun. Little slice.
Everyone.
Little slice.
It just makes you feel alive, is what it is.
Yeah, I can't believe you did that. He took out a butcher knife and he just started cutting, just staring at everyone, just started cutting his fucking hand. He's like, fucking crazy, bro. It happens. No, you had the Fear of Gods on. Man. But when you had...
Everybody's got their favorite party.
That's your party trick. Someone's like, let me tell you a good joke. Travis is like, check it out. Fucking, but you had those Fear of Gods on, and I was like, damn, those are so... But you're... And what did you say, 14?
14, 15.
But they have to custom because no one's buying 15s. Right? That's for you, bro.
I don't know.
I'm telling you it's for you. Most men are like, well, I'm a 12.
I felt like it was for me for sure.
It's
the
for
way
you.
my foot just, those things are so comfy.
They're comfy?
Man, they're light, comfortable. He did his thing on those.
Yeah, man. They're
Jerry
fucking.
Lorenzo,
baby.
Nice.
I'm like
He's
a 12.
Chicago guy.
Yeah? Yeah.
Chicago guy's dad was the manager of the Sox.
Yeah.
In the 90s, I believe.
Yeah, you know, and I don't fuck with those people, those South Side guys. Yeah, they're
Sox
all right.
Guys?
Yeah. We have we got some family connection. We have one of the most famous, a Hall of Fame outfielder. Outfielder? No, what am I saying? He was a pitcher. I was saying he was in the outfield. When you go to White Sox Stadium, it's called U.S. Cellular Field now. There are statues of all these old White Sox that they've got out there. And I'm almost positive he was a pitcher, but his name was Billy Pierce. Billy Pierce. Fuck, I don't even know anymore. Anyway, they're family friends. But that's the only reason I think my family will go to where the White Sox play, because I don't fuck with that shit. I'm a North Side guy.
I couldn't tell you a single person that played for the Chicago White Sox outside of Bo Jackson.
No, come on, man. There's so many. Frank Thomas. Tim the Rock Raines.
Who?
You don't know Tim Raines? Come on, man. White Sox had some ball players, man. They had a ton of ball players. When I was a kid, I feel like they had a bunch of dudes. Robin Ventura. They had guys that were like gangster. You remember Robin Ventura? Robin Ventura tried to punch Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan, was it
shortstop?
Nolan? Yeah, it was Nolan Ryan, right? That video is dope as fuck. That was back when they were swinging at each other. Now baseball players do that thing where they're like, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" They're like, yeah. It's just like, you want to stop? You want to stop? And they get up in each other's faces like, "Dude, fucking swing! You're right there." But yeah, Robin Ventura charged Nolan Ryan when he was with, I believe, why do I want to say, was it Texas? He was Texas, wasn't
Yeah.
he? I think so.
It looked like a Texas jersey.
Yeah, bro. And man, that video is so dope. The way dude, the way that they go at it, and Nolan Ryan puts him in a headlock, and blah, blah. That was great fucking. That was when baseball was like, yeah, dude, hit him. Now I think they don't want to hit him because they're afraid of getting fucking fined and kicked out of the league.
That's what steroids do. Steroids boost all that testosterone up. You actually want to throw fucking haymakers.
Hell yeah, dude. I know.
I wouldn't know.
Let's get him back on the juice. Let everyone get you back on the juice.
Yeah, I mean,
you know who should? You know what?
Steroids isn't helping anyone. I think we were talking about this the other day. Steroids aren't helping guys hit a baseball.
No, can't.
They're helping them hit a
farther. Sure, but that's what we want to see. Yeah. like I
Throw
want
it
to
faster,
see that.
hit it harder. That's the excitement of the game.
Right.
Like I don't like pitchers that are 90s. Like, yeah, nice, cool. If you're throwing 100, I'm watching every pitch.
Well, like Aroldis Chapman. Yeah. Every time that dude threw the ball, it's like 104, and you're like, that's stupid. That's stupid, bro.
It is.
You mean a Ferrari came out of his fucking arm within seconds?
How about that? He used to be in Cincinnati.
Chapman. Yeah.
And one of my boys in Cincinnati said he has like three or four cars that are like speedsters like that, like little Ferraris, little Lambos, and on the license plate it goes 101 mph, 102 mph, 103 mph on every other
For real?
car. Yeah,
that's tight.
That's legit.
See, that's when you spend money. That's when it's funny and it's stupid, but I still am into that shit. Yeah. You know, I think when you ball and it's funny, like if you do it the right way, I tip the hat to that shit. Sometimes it's douchey. That's not
definitely be douchey.
That's funny.
For sure.
But I've seen who did I see? Oh my God, whose car did I see outside of? I was going to the Staples Center and there's a lot that's like right next to the state. By the way, if you're ever going to Los Angeles, you want to go to a Laker game or whatever, there is a lot that's on the south side of it, and it's $20. You can park like right next to that bitch. But as I'm pulling in, Reggie Bush, I think it was Bush's car. I think it was Reggie Bush's car. But his license plate, I don't know, it was like one of those big, maybe it was the G-Wagon or some shit. But his license plate said FRSH1, fresh one. And I was like, nah. Nah.
What is that?
I don't know if it was
How
Reggie.
Does that relate to you?
I don't know if it was.
I
don't want to be mistaken now. I think it was Reggie Bush, but whatever. Either way, I was like, fresh one. It's just kind of like garbage. It's just like, that's not it. If you're gonna do it, go for it. You know what I mean? Like if it's gonna make a joke on it, make a joke or make a pun about who you are or whatever. But like that, like 101, 102. That's funny. He knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
What's your license plate say? Killer.
Nah, just regular Ohio plates, whatever the DMV or
whatever they give you.
BMV gave.
Yeah, you're not gonna custom. You should custom next time. Custom. So one plate says hand, next one says cutter, hand cutter. Slice you. This is gonna be your signature now, man.
It's just out here slicing jokers,
slicing your ass up.
It's a nice.
It's a good size cut.
I like
it's a little unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna like it. It's gonna go away. I mean,
do you have scars? Do you have other scars?
I cut myself when I was the last party I was at actually. Slit my
Bro, you're bad at parties with slicing your hand off.
I mean, I told you, man.
So, you get down. I told you.
The ladies love it, man.
Ladies love scars. You don't have any other scars?
No, I've had 8 surgeries since I moved.
Yeah, but I mean, not
to
surgery scars. I mean, like from a kid.
I got this one right here.
What's that one? From when you were a kid?
Chasing down frisbees.
What the fuck?
That sound badass when it's chasing down frisbees.
Yeah, we were hucking boomerangs by the beach. What the fuck were you doing chasing frisbees?
I don't know. I was a little tiny kid. My dad was throwing frisbees. And I thought he probably thought it was funny if I ran into the tree. And sure enough, I mean,
he's like, what's your mom's name? He's like, hey, Karen, watch this fucking moron.
Hey,
Donna, you want to see this fucking idiot? You think your kid's so smart? You know, everyone's like, my kid is so smart and brilliant. You're like, watch this. Watch him run into this fucking tree. So he hucked one and you weren't paying attention. You treed up.
I had no idea.
Dummy, I love that shit, dude. That's funny. I got this one up here. I got one bad one up here. That was a fireplace. Yikes. Fireplace.
Face first into the fireplace?
Face first, dude. Cousins. If you got cousins, you know about injuries.
Threw you in there?
Pushing each other, fucking around. You know what I mean? Like, bro, cousins in the Midwest. We're Midwest people.
Yeah.
Your cousins, when you have family parties, there's a million of these motherfuckers, and everybody wants to fight. Everybody wants to fuck somebody up. Someone's getting hurt. There's going to be cries from the basement. There's going to be yelling. The toughest uncle's going to come down and be like, cut it out. Cut it the fuck out. He's got a smoke in one hand, right? He's got a Pabst in the other.
And he's got a white beater on.
Yeah, he's got a white beater. He's got an old Milwaukee maybe in one hand. You know, he's got an old fucking, an unfiltered Pall Mall. Cut it the fuck out. I'll beat all your fucking asses. Dude, my uncles, every time we had a family party, this was, when I was a kid, I didn't know they were going outside to smoke pot, you know? And now years later, I was like, you guys could have asked us to smoke pot. They would go outside and they would call it checking the tires. That was it. I got to go check the tires. And when I was a kid, I was like, oh, in the dead of winter, I'm thinking they want to make sure the tires aren't going to go flat. Nah, they were smoking pot by the fucking garage. They go, they would say that to each other. You want to go check the tires? I was like, man, they're really diligent about their vehicles. These
You check your tires every
I was
every
like,
week
man,
now.
they're always checking their tires. Oh, I check my tires all the time. I'm gonna check my tires right after this podcast. I gotta always check the tire, make sure they're in the right level. You know. Yeah. Hey, is that a thing in the league now that there's states that you're allowed to smoke? Like the Rams, if any of those guys get tested, if they get tested,
well,
you still can't have pot, right?
Still can't do it.
Is the NBA okay?
I don't know if it'll
Is there
ever
any
do
league
it.
that's okay with it now? I wonder.
Without speaking through people that I know, I think NHL's
okay with it. They should
okay
be.
with it. I think MLB's okay with it.
I mean, at some point, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? It's
I
not
think,
a performance
I think
enhancing.
It's the legal aspect. Like once it's legal
all over the country.
nationwide,
Yeah, federally
it's
is what they're scared of.
Yeah, it's because guys are acting ignorant with it, so you get caught.
Yeah. Just be smart.
Stupid in New York because it's not legal in New York.
Right.
But you say, "Oh, my job lets me do it." What's the?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the?
Yeah, it's interesting.
The argument to get out of
I
that.
don't. You know, and it's funny. I was just thinking about this. I'm going back home for the fourth, and like, I'm like, man, that's weird. In Illinois, it's legal now, and my whole life, pot was such a big no-no, and now I'm like, oh shit, it's all good. Like, it is weird to think that like now, because one of my parents' friends, bro, was like, we're thinking about doing edibles. I'm like, damn, has the world changed? You know what I mean? Like, it used to be such a big no-no. And now, like, here's my mom's, like, 70-year-old friend being like, you guys want to do a dab? We're thinking about dabbing in the garage. I was like, that's the new shit, is, like, people are becoming more comfortable with it, which I think is a good thing. You know, I've been candid about it. I've been smoking pot for fucking 20 years of my life. I've been 21 years. And I use it in moderation. I'm a supportive person of it. I believe in it. I think if it's your thing, do anything in moderation and do it right and you're good. But I also think there's a culture that surrounds it that doesn't help us progress.
Yeah.
Like there's annoying, dumb culture that always is going to surround drug culture and fuck it all up.
There's always going to be idiots out here.
It's bad, right?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's gonna slow it down for everybody else. Do cats in the league get in trouble all the time that people don't hear about? Like the teams will find it and fuck you up, and
some teams have a I got you guy.
Yeah,
there is a I got you guy. I won't say which ones are which, but there are I got you guys out there.
So he's an inside cat that tries to.
They're like, oh, if you're in trouble, give this guy a call.
I got you.
Call Saul.
I bet I could guess which fucking teams it is. I think everyone at home can start guessing online. The comments are gonna be like, I know exactly who's this is gonna be a stream of teams.
I'll tell you which ones I know after.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
Well, you don't have to tell me now, but I bet you. Well, hey, when the Raiders are in Vegas, they better have a bunch of gotcha guys, bro. That's gonna be holy fuck. That guy's gonna be overloaded. Yeah.
The NFL might just throw a I got you guy in Vegas.
Yeah.
Just to keep everyone.
Listen, they get an assistant coach. Like, who is this guy? He's like, he's great. We love it. He's an I got you guy. Don't worry about it, dude.
He's gotcha.
He's fucking gotcha. He played gotcha his whole life. He's the I gotcha guy. Yeah, I think I know who some of the teams. We'll have to talk off air about all that bullshit. But there's a few teams that I think obviously are like, they need a little bit more help. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Sure. Then there's teams that are too tight that I feel like they need a go get 'em guy. They need a guy that's like, go get fucked up. You guys are pussies. This is garbage. Like, go have some fun, dude. Go fuck a 19-year-old and do coke and let us find you in a fucking Holiday Inn. Go have some fucking fun.
Just the player development guy just flips roles. Like
right.
In Kansas City, they're like forcing guys to go enjoy themselves.
Yeah, go have fun, guys. You're like, I'm in Kansas City. Like, but you can just figure it out, you know? By the way, shout out to Kansas City. A good friend, of mine just ate at Q39.
Q39?
Yeah, his name's Tom Segura.
Q39 is unbelievable barbecue.
Segura just shouted it out and was like, that's the best. And because we were talking about it before, like I like Joe's I like Gates. Like, I like all that old school shit, even though people don't really love it. But Q39 has become that new place that people just, like, have to go to for barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
It is funny, man.
And I love me some Joe's, man.
Joe's. See, I love Joe's. Maybe it's just... And a lot of people are like, nah, fuck that shit. But
It's real out there.
I love that shit.
They,
Every time I go, I have to have that. It's just like every time I go to fucking Austin, I have to have La Barbecue. We talked about that last night. There's certain spots, like, I have to go eat at them. And then there's cities where I don't even want to leave the hotel, and I don't ever want to fucking eat there. You know, when you travel to certain places, when you're in a city, and you're like, I don't want to fucking go. There's nothing to do in this fucking town.
Anytime I go out of the country.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, really?
I'm just like, yeah. What's the room service looking like?
You guys got Burger King. King. He's a king of burgers.
I was just over in France and trying to get a meal that I knew I was gonna like.
Yeah.
All you can find out there is foie gras.
Yeah, foie gras, dude. They love that shit.
I'm like, what?
I don't like that shit, dude.
What is it?
It's stuffed
goat nuts.
No, duck liver, stuffed duck liver. They force feed a duck until it gets so fucking fat and swollen that the fattiness of the liver basically just fucks them. They die.
See,
yeah.
I didn't like it because of the taste.
It tastes like shit to me.
You
People
tell
love
somebody that,
Yeah.
like that's what it is. Like that exact description.
Yeah.
I'm out.
No, I'm out. I don't like that shit. I didn't like
I'm
it.
out.
They treat us, by the way, I don't think we have any podcast listeners in France. We probably do. We got a fuckload. Anyway, the French are fucking assholes, Lloyd. These motherfuckers. They treated us like shit, man.
Get a excuse me out of anyone out there.
Nah, they don't fuck
Not
with that.
even
Nope.
a thank you, pardon me.
They're so annoyed that you're there. You know what's so funny is, like, I hate going to a tourist spot. Like, look, I will always say, do a tourist spot. Be a tourist, man. If you're a fucking tourist, don't think you're too tough to be a tourist. Go to the Eiffel Tower, bitch. You're never gonna go back to that motherfucker. I'm not going to the Louvre. Go to the fucking Louvre, bro. What are you doing? Go to the fucking Louvre. See the Mona Lisa. Go, I saw it. That way when you're dead, you go, yeah, I saw the fucking thing. Don't be stubborn. But dude, people at the fucking Eiffel Tower treated us like shit. Like they were annoyed we came. You're like, bitch, this is why you have a job.
This is it.
You work at the fucking Eiffel Tower, bitch.
This is the entire city right here.
Yeah, this is why I came, for this fucking thing to light up and for me to pay you $50 for champagne underneath it. We did that shit. I paid some jamoke $50 for a bottle of like $4 champagne. He's like top quality, top quality. I was like, oh, I'm all fucked up trying to show off with her.
So you said that they hate us when we go over there.
They hate us. The French don't like us.
If a French guy walks in, and asks you about your jokes,
yeah,
are you a little like, get this fucking guy out of my face?
Light him up. And light him the fuck up. Get out of here, you fucking frog ass motherfucker. You know what? And you know what's so funny is like, it's only
why
because
do humans do that?
I don't know. Well, because
it doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter.
We're defensive of. Well, even if you're not a patriot, even if you're not a national, if someone who has like a strong, if somebody talks shit about America, you're automatically gonna be like, fuck you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a habit. Let's just say if somebody said fuck Ohio, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
You would have to say why. You'd go, why? What are you talking about? No, man, yo, fuck, I don't like Ohio. Fuck Ohio. You're like, where are you from, bro? Like right away, there's like a, even though these places.
Oh, you're going to judge me? I'm going to judge you real quick.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's why. So we do that on an international scale. And they don't like American tourists. And okay, that's fine. But like so many other places are so dope with American tourists because they're like, no, man, these people are good money. They're fun. You know what I mean? Like the French, Parisians especially. And I hope somebody in Paris comments and is like, I'm a big fan. But for the most part, like most of these cats were so fucking annoying. And then we met people from outside of Paris and they were dope. Like just regular French country people, like regular French people, dope. But Parisians had like an attitude about everything. She speaks a little bit of French. My old lady, the anchor, the old bag. And she was trying to speak French to the fucking taxi guy. And he was like annoyed. She was like trying, you know. And the dude was like, well, you don't have to. I will figure it out. You don't have to speak French. Speak English. I wanted to choke him. I was taking off my shoelace to fucking. I wanted to fucking choke this. I was like, she's just trying to be We're here on vacation, bitch. Fucking bitch. Like we were just trying to.
That's the thing that I'd like. So like a random person speaks a different language, comes up and asks you directions. And it's like. Before you even tell them where they're supposed to go, like you want to ask, well, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing over here, bro? What are you doing here, bro?
In fact, now I'm curious.
I like sending people to the wrong place. I'm not going to lie. I do that often. I do that a lot, especially in LA. If somebody's like, how do I get to the Hollywood sign? I'm always like, no doubt, Santa Monica, go as far west as you can, and I'll just send them all the way to the beach.
When you get in the water,
Once you get to the beach, there's a guy named Chaz that's going to be right on the pier. Give him $100. He'll show you how to get to Hollywood. So I just like fucking with people sometimes. I usually give people the right directions, but I'm always like, I just like joking with them a little bit to see if they have any sense of humor. Mm-hmm. And if they do and they're cool, then I'll tell them. But if they're being assholes about it, then I'm like, okay, bro, you want to get lost, bitch? So the Hollywood sign is in Inglewood. Go down there and ask for Pookie. Pookie will tell you what's up. He's a solid cat.
He's a solid cat.
Show him take him to an ATM. Show him how much you have just for fun. See how that works out. No, I'm usually very nice to tourists, but I just feel like whenever we go places sometimes, if the country has this fuck you to America, and by the way, a lot of times they do that shit and you don't have control over it. Like if people don't like Trump, if countries don't like Trump, they just you're just Trump now to them. You're like, bro, I'm an American. I'm not, what the fuck? I'm not that dude.
Yeah. I was just talking to the new mayor of Kansas City. He's like, dude, I have to, like, I am Trump. Like,
what do you mean? He's just saying, because he's
in that political world of like trying to control a mass amount of people and give everyone like the right, like, I don't know, resources or whatever. Like
he becomes this.
Like he's that.
Wow.
So now he has to represent Trump. He's like, as much as he doesn't want to be. Or, I don't want to speak for the new mayor. Like,
but whatever, I know what you mean.
But he's just like, I'm already from this point forward, I'm associated with that man.
Damn, that's wild. Well, that's like, what's Ohio dude name? That's a dude's name. That Jim Ryan, Jim Ryan.
John Rocker.
John Rocker. Is he running, bro? I would love that shit. I think there's a guy named Tom Ryan, John Ryan, white guy, Ryan, whatever. But he's Ohio, Democrat Ohio. He's running for president. But he was one of these dudes. He's like changing the game a little bit. I was talking. My boy Tony is friends with him. Tony's from Ohio, and Tony was like, "I like this cat. It's interesting. Like he's a Democrat, but he hunts." I was like, "Wow, that's a balance. That's Midwest shit. You know, like he's a Democrat, but he's like he likes hunting, he likes pussy and beer." And you're like, "Oh, okay, this is like." And I'm not trying to say like Democrats don't like pussy and beer. I'm just saying for the most part they don't. They bitches. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm joking around. I just think it's funny that they bitches. But I just think it's funny that I was like, that is funny to hear a staunch Democrat and what's happening right now politically. Like you have to be like so aligned with something. Like you're so far left, or you're so far right. To hear a dude be like, no, I like shooting guns, but I'm also a fucking Democrat. I'm like, that's a wild stance. It sounds like the Midwest. I'll tell you, when I was like, where's this dude from? Is Ohio? I was like, for sure. Like for sure, a dude from Ohio was like, I still like drinking beer and fucking shooting guns, but I also want to like, you know, help out people and shit.
Save the earth.
Save the earth and help out people. I think this whole presidential thing is so fucked and so, it's so sad.
It always is.
But this is getting crazy. Now it's like, I don't know, man. I hate to say this in a microphone,
one tweet
but
away,
I will.
Man.
Yeah, one tweet away. Trump is, I think Trump for sure is going to win again, only because statistically presidents win twice. It's going to happen.
Stats are proven.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. I also think Trump is going to come out and let everyone know that he transitioned. I don't know if you know this, but he was a woman at one point, Donald Trump.
It's believable.
Mary Trump was her street name. Mary Trump. She was
on the street?
She lived in the East Village. Beautiful woman. I knew her once in my life. I knew her twice in my life. Beautiful girl, but she'll come out eventually.
Classy?
Huh?
Classy?
Low class. Very low class. Dirty toenails. You know, that kind of girl.
That's my kind of girl.
That's my kind of girl. Yeah. Dirty toenails. I don't know. The whole politics thing is fucking beyond me. I don't get into that shit. It's just because it gets annoying and gets old. I think that's my grandfather. He was like, don't talk about politics and religion to anybody. He never wanted to do that shit because he was always like, people are going to get annoyed with you no matter what you do.
That's one of actually Andy Reid's big no-nos. Like in the locker room, don't talk about money, religion, politics, women. They start all wars.
Really?
Yeah.
Women, I feel like, is definitely talked about in the fucking locker room. There's no doubt. Yeah, you can't get away from that.
Yeah.
Money. Definitely talked about, especially politics and religion. I can see you try to avoid because there's got to be guys in the locker room that are some guys that are righties and some guys that are lefties. Has that started a fight? Have you ever heard that start a fight? People got into arguments about shit.
Yeah, only when the Make America Great hats were around and the certain guys were throwing their hats in their locker like
for real
supporters. Yeah.
Damn, you can't name anybody, but they were wearing them, huh?
Yeah, they were wearing them.
Give me one fucking name, bro. Damn, dude. So what? There was beef, huh? People were hollering.
Yeah, no, I mean, guys were just, and it really wasn't even beef. It was just like
Chirping.
A lot of football players, they not big politic guys.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you're talking about it, but what are you really talking about? You talking about like fucking what he stands for as a president, or like what are his like political opinions and what he's trying to do? Right. Or what are you just don't like him because he's a racist? Like what are you talking about?
Right.
Like you guys aren't really talking about politics.
No, they're just
talking about what you read on Twitter.
Right, but Trump is bigger than politics now. That's why people talk about him so much. You know what I mean? Like, if he was just a boring ass dude, no one would talk about him. And there's always something to say. That's why I think, people aren't really talking about his presidency as much as they're talking about him saying some outlandish shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Going to fucking the demilitarized zone and shaking hands with North Korea. It's like stuff like that that's never done. I just think he wants to be a talking point. He's a walking talking point, this motherfucker. It's crazy. I think that's interesting in the locker room. The dynamics of the locker room of who gets along and who doesn't get along. Like, I always wish there was an insight. I wish pay-per-view I could pay to see that, to see like how people really get along, because there's some shit.
Like the hoop dreams of the locker room.
Right. Like I really want to know. Never gonna happen.
Kansas City. It hasn't been too much drama in Kansas City.
No.
I feel like you get it a lot more in like the bigger markets.
What do you mean? KC's not a big market?
Bigger egos.
You mean the players who have egos in cities that are right. Like the Patriots locker room. What do you think they do in there?
I think it's pretty well mannered.
Yeah, you think so? Just because of fucking what goes on at the top.
Big Dick Tom.
Tom walks in and goes, "Fellas, I will not talk about beef. When no one's talking about beef, there is no meat to be talked about." I read that dude's diet. It's bananas. I don't even know if he has any fun anymore. You
see him on Twitter?
What'd he say?
Fucking playing golf, trying to figure it out. He said, "All right, left foot in front of the left foot."
Jesus fucking Christ.
He's like talking through his his fundamentals. Goes up, tries to hit it, like shanks one. He just goes, "Fuck!" His little kids behind him. Just, "Sorry, kids."
Really?
Sorry, boys behind him. It was classic.
When he says
classic
fuck,
dad
when his wife is like $1,000 in the swear jar. Okay. Tom Brady might be. I mean, for real, like one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but unequivocally one of the toughest dudes as a person to love from a fan's perspective of like, this dude is like no meat, no nightshades. I do, like tapes his toes. You're like, bro, this guy is like, just be a guy. What the fuck? He might be the most unlovable, guy quarterback. Meanwhile, when I was a kid, McMahon was our quarterback. Who was such a guy who like smoked and probably hit women. You know what I mean? That you were like, he was the bad end of it, right? He was like this dude can't be good.
Gosh, tell him to
cool it down. No, but he didn't. No, he turned it the fuck up. And then the other side is like the generational quarterback now who has to be clean cut. That's so interesting to me. Like Aaron Rodgers. Like all these guys to the fans' eyes, clean cut. Sharp, not Drew Brees very family, religious. It's like, I think it's time for another wild card. Like, I think it's time for at least a couple of dudes that are like raucous.
You know who that guy is?
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker, right. Yeah, but also he's still got his shit together.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Out
like,
of control with
he's not. He's a cool dude. He's different than the norm, but he's not like fucking Ryan Leaf. You know what I mean? He's not. Yeah, like.
Did he? What was it? 3 years?
Ryan Leaf. I think cocaine got in the way. I think there was a truck of cocaine that stood in the way from Ryan Leaf being a stellar athlete. I think I almost did coke with him one time in Arizona. I think maybe I did coke with Ryan Leaf. I don't know. Ryan, reach out to me, dog. Do you still have my number, bro? Anyway, I just think it's time for the NFL for like a new bad boy to come in and just be kind of like a terror, a little bit. Like I miss that kind of shit, Listen, you don't have a.
I'd love it. I got kicked out of the QB room,
you don't have a clean record out there, bro.
No, I don't.
But I like that. I like a little bit of dirt. Like I want people to have dirt because then I know you're real. Because otherwise, I'm gonna find out when your career is over that you Marvin Harrison killed some guy at a gas station, and you know what I mean? Like,
where did that come from? Nobody saw that shit coming.
No, bro. No. I mean,
Nobody saw that shit coming.
and where is he now, by the way? Where's Marvin? Is he in Mexico? I don't know. I don't know where the... Is he in jail? I don't think he's in jail. I don't even... Yeah, see, look, nobody knows. That's what I'm saying. He's in Cabo right now, kicking it, dude. He's got a 3-piece band. They're playing tomorrow night at the Tequila. 2-for-1 drinks, guys. Come out. Me, Marvin Harrison, Ricky Williams. We've got a little thing going, and it is dope. It's called 3-Man Weave. We just don't want people to know that they were NFL athletes at one point. But anyway, I think it's time to have some bad boys in the motherfucking league, and I'm down for that. And Baker Mayfield is the hope, right?
He's the hope, man.
That's the future, right?
He's the hope. He's the hope that somebody will like. I don't see him getting into anything outside of football because all those guys got into some shit outside of football.
Yeah.
I just don't think social media allows guys to get to that point.
No,
because it literally ruins careers now. TMZ ruins careers now.
Who was last year that got ruined by TMZ? Or like the media. Who's the last guy that you were like, whoops, that's it forever?
Forever? Man, I don't know about forever. I know Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah. That was the last guy I can think of.
Where the internet blew it up. The internet does a real good job of blowing shit up, dude. They're really good about being
undefeated, man.
Yeah, you can't beat the fucking internet. Good luck. Hey, young athletes out there. Travis Kelce will tell you, good luck. Good fucking luck. Leave all that shit on the field. And you said this year, we made a bet that he said in the first game, if they lose, first game of the season, he's going to walk back to the locker room with his dick out. And that's what he said. It's the bet that he made. That's how it goes, bro.
Listen, bets are bet.
Bet's a bet, bro.
Bet's a bet.
I'm excited.
So Jacksonville, if you have kids, that might not be the game to go
yeah,
to.
don't go.
Leave early.
Don't go to that game.
Yeah, we'll win.
Yeah. Jacksonville?
They got a good defense. And they got tricky Nicky Foles.
Okay, dude.
They got tricky Nicky Foles.
You guys don't really have anybody then, huh? Right? You guys don't really have anybody skilled or talented on your team right now?
Andy Reid's really the only one that's any good.
Is he going to play this year? Is he going to get out there and strap up?
Overweight. I don't know.
He's a bit overweight.
So is Andy.
I would love for fucking Andy Reid to hear this and love the whole interview and at the end be like, you fucking bitch. I'm going to fucking fining you,
funny
bitch.
Thing, that's exactly what he would say.
Yeah, fine you.
Fucking pussy.
Andy, if you ever do hear this, find this motherfucker because he deserves it. And send the check to Whiskey Ginger, P.O. Box.
That's
Start
where
doling it out.
It goes.
He should.
It's I'm like, it's gotten to the point where Andy looks at me. He's like, I don't even want any more of your money. I don't want to take it from you. Like
He's taking a lot of your money because you're running late, huh?
Yeah.
You don't show up. You run late.
Man.
You're fucking up.
Are always because I'm really bad at paying my electric bill. So like the clocks are always resetting at the fucking.
Bro. Even I know that's a bad excuse. You're like, listen, man, it's been hard out there for a pimp. I can't pay my bills.
I lose credit cards all the time. So it's like.
You do?
Yeah. So
why don't you just set up auto pay shit?
That's what I'm saying. Auto pay on what? The credit card I just lost, I got to get a new one, so then the auto pay stops on it, and I don't check my mail. Who actually looks at paper
checking
mail?
Now,
right?
Yeah, no.
Nor email.
What are you doing? Set this up. Set this the fuck up. Come on, bro. That's so easy.
Yeah.
You got to get somebody to handle all the bullshit for you.
No, last year I was only late once.
That's good.
That's astonishing.
That's phenomenal.
That's.
What are we going for this year?
And I was only like a minute late. Like there have been.
And you still get fucked for a minute?
Well, I mean, doors shut. He's talking at a team meeting. It's like, all right, a minute, like 10 seconds is like you're late.
When you come in, what's the first thing he says when you come in late?
No, he's not the first person you see. You usually go to the locker room. You see everyone's looking at you like, everyone knows. It's like sometimes there's been times where I've snuck in and just like nobody knew. It's just like, oh, all right, I ain't gonna say shit to anybody.
And no one knew?
No one knew. Like team meeting went down.
Huh.
A few meetings went down. Nothing. And I'm right there at practice. Nobody's saying nothing to me. I'm looking over my shoulder. I go up to the security guard like, hey, anybody say anything to you? He's like, no. He's like, why? What's up? I was like, I don't know.
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
I don't know.
Nothing. How's your kids, man?
Let me know if you hear anything.
You need to create a diversion. You need to get like a dummy Trav sitting in that bitch that's already there. buy one of those Japanese sex dolls, just make it look like you and shit, sitting there the whole time. He's like, and shout out to Kelce for being here early. He's the first one here, last one out every time. Shout out to that. Who is that dude on the team that's first in for last out?
Patrick Mahomes.
Really?
Yeah.
Consistently?
Legit. Yeah.
First in, last out.
Yeah.
Damn, that's why he's so fucking talented, that cat.
He is, man.
He is, right?
He's as true as it comes, man. Like, he doesn't try to be, like, straight and arrow. Like, he's just him.
That's just who he is.
This is who he is.
Do you think?
It's impressive.
Do you think he's someone that might go to baseball at some point, or no? He'll football forever because he was going to play pro baseball, right?
I don't know if it was. I don't know.
Wasn't he going to play pro baseball?
He played in college. I think he.
I thought they wanted him to play pro baseball.
Yeah, his dad played for the
Right,
Mets and everything.
but I thought they were gunning for him to be one of those dudes that was like, in case football he gets hurt, he could go play pro baseball. He can still probably go fuck shit up over there.
Yeah,
Go throw him on the Mets or some shit.
He's all around athlete.
He is, huh?
Yeah.
And he's first in, last out. He's just a solid cat. I like him even more now. Because I was like, this dude is astonishing. We talked about this the other day, and I don't want to harp on it again, but I came to see you play the probably the greatest football game I'll ever see in my entire life. You guys against the Rams here. The highest scoring football game in the history of the NFL. Is it history, right? Yeah, Monday Night Football. Unfucking believable.
Yeah, it was the
And I remember-
funnest game ever, man.
Stupid. It was
Until
stupid.
we lost, and then I was just like, fuck this game. So now every time everyone brings it up, I'm just like, yeah, fuck that game. It was sweet, man. The fourth quarter came around, and it's like foggy.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, just everything just like turned into a movie.
Yeah, it was, huh?
And I was just like, oh man, this is like I'm in the movie of the dream that I've always dreamt.
Right.
Like, it's foggy, fourth quarter, game's coming down to this last drive, ball's in the air, and I dropped it. Fuck. Didn't dream that one.
I remember saying that out loud. I go, Travis, you dropped it. I said that loud. No, fuck that. Yeah, but it was still phenomenal to watch that.
Actually, I cut my hands after that game.
That's how you did this shit?
Yeah. No,
Bro, you
that's
need
where
to
it started.
stop that shit.
That's where it started.
He's cutting. If you're kids at home, if you're thinking about cutting, please don't do it.
No,
please don't do that
it's
shit.
a joke on here, but it's not a joke in real life.
It's not a joke in real life.
This was an accident.
That was an accident. That was from partying. That was from Travis. Whenever he gets angry at parties, he smashes glasses, and he'll just take this and crack it in his hand as a party. I'm like, that's not funny, but I mean, it was a little. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little funny, but it's not cool. Don't crack glasses at home, kids.
Yeah.
I'm excited that you came through. I love you to death, man. This is phenomenal. I'm excited for this season for you. I'm gonna be slinging jokes all across the country while you're out there fucking catching footballs and shit and living that fucking star life. I'll be here's what'll be going on. You'll be flying around the country in a beautiful fucking airplane with your homies playing the greatest game ever. I'll be sitting in a DoubleTree jerking off on my iPad waiting to do shows on Friday nights.
Free cookies in the lobbies, boys.
Hell yeah, dude. They have it heated up too. Sometimes it's not heated up enough. I fucking huck it out of my mouth. Heat that bitch up right now.
You frisbee it right at the face.
Yeah. And I'm not, and I shouldn't use the word frisbee. That brings back bad memories, you and trees and shit.
I embrace it, man.
You do. You walk right into the fire.
I walk right into trees now, actually.
You do?
Yeah. You got to keep yourself grounded.
Don't do that shit.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Trav doesn't have any dates to plug other than the ones that are on fucking the Chiefs website as far as games goes. And my dates at andrewsantino.com. Check me the fuck out. Watch this boy on television do his goddamn thing. We're out.
All love.
Peace.
Whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Woo! Exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.